So basically you get tomatoes. This is your basic pico de gallo, which is tomatoes, onions, coriander, and fresh chilies. But we're going to be using, for the guacamole, we're going to be using a little secret that I'm going to bring everybody into. Coriander. In Malaysian and Thai cuisine, the root of the coriander is the most precious one. People pay for the root of the coriander. And unfortunately, you don't see it that much in this country because of the contamination with soil. Because the root, literally, they pluck the plant out of the ground, and the actual stem or the base of the coriander is the one with the biggest flavor. So what I do...
delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's delicious.
So what I do when I do coriander, I try to bruise it as much as I can, unbeknown to everybody. And then when I get the sprig of coriander, I fold it in half. So I can get not only the leaves, but I can get the stem of the coriander. Because the closer the coriander is to the ground, the juicier, the better. Okay? Try to get it. Don't be delicate with it. Just try to bring the flavors of the coriander, because I call this coriander that you buy in supermarket coriander at lastminute.com, and it's very tasteless, and it's just produced in little pots, and it's very commercial.
Yes, it's not like the coriander.
It's not the coriander. So
no.
if you want real coriander, I suggest you go to Indian shops.
Oh yes, they probably have it.
Or Thai supermarkets and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically that's what it is. You have your coriander, right? So pico de gallo is a very typical Mexican sauce, and you'll see why in a minute, okay? So I got my tomatoes there. Now I need my onion, but I need a sharp knife.
There.
Thank you very much. How we doing? Are you following this?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get it.
So onions,
Yeah.
right? So
I think I've been a very good sous chef to you today.
you've been not only a sous chef, you've been a dishwasher.
I will be a dishwasher in a minute.
And you smell gorgeous as well.
Oh,
which is fantastic.
thank you.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
very
I
cool.
smell good.
Right,
That's coming
okay.
from someone. Cool.
Onion. Now, the onions in Mexico are sweet. So the only thing I don't want on guacamole is for the onions to overpower the product. Does that resembles anything to you? Green, white, and red?
Yeah,
You can
of
never
course,
forget that.
No.
Right, okay, so remember, when you do pico de gallo, it's the mother of sauces in Mexico. Right, here comes the secret now for good guacamole, okay? So this is why I'm adding sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, you get double cream, squeeze a little bit of lime, a touch of salt, and then you make it into sour cream. If you don't have that, you can use creme fraiche. Do not use yogurt. Okay, so basically, spoon.
Okay, they're all in those.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Sour cream, and this is to taste.
Yeah.
2 dollops. Okay? We don't use black pepper in Mexico. We don't use black pepper in cooking. And black pepper is very difficult because it doesn't break into anything. So black pepper is good for salads and stuff like that, not for something like this. I always put the pepper in the back of my hand, okay? And then I just go as I see fit, according to my mixture. I mean, this is years of experience, so I know how much it needs, right? And that's about it, enough. Mm-hmm. Then my coriander goes in, my onions go in, my tomatoes go in, okay? Salt to the end. And this is the magic. God gave you these hands, use them. Oh, wash your hands before you do this.
The reason why I need to tell them is because it won't go brown. If you add anything metal to that,
Yeah.
if you add anything like a spoon, like a knife, like anything, it'll turn brown.
Now, the three reasons why you should do it with your hands, okay? Number one is because you can control the texture of the guacamole. You don't put guacamole in a blender.
No.
You don't mash it with a spoon. You don't take the avocado with a spoon, right? You keep it as nice and smooth as you want. And your hands will tell you where you want to go with it, okay? That's number one. Number 2, you leave the stone in the avocado. Why? Oh, I don't know.
I do.
You do?
It still helps it stop turning brown.
Okay.
Because it's whatever's in that stone is actually helps it, and that is also what helps it stop turning brown.
Number 3 is good for your hands. There's no better moisturizer than avocado. Right, okay.
That looks amazing. I need to get a bowl to put it
Right.
into.
We haven't finished.
Oh.
Now, to spice it, what we're going to be using is, we're going to be using the brine of a jalapeno. The jalapeno juice, in Mexico we have what is called escabeche, and it's a good thing to do ceviche, to do pickled vegetables, etc., etc. The way they do it in Mexico, they call it el té. When Rosa Maria and I go to Mexico, I'm going to take it to a jalapeno factory, and you will see the té. They have these big patches where they put bay leaf, they put oregano, they put cumin, they put carrots, onions, etc., etc., and they make this tea mixture, which is called escabeche, and that's fantastic to make ceviche, etc., etc. So to spice it up, we're going to use this, and not only this preserves the look, I'm blubbering. Is that tequila? You drank it all, woman.
I know.
Jesus.
It's great. But
Right.
listen, it's 2 o'clock. It's over.
Okay,
past
okay.
2.
So we're going to use the brine of the jalapeno to spice it up. Okay. So Rosa Maria, put a little bit of that,
Okay, a little bit of brine in
and
here.
then you do the salt and
Do you
your
trust me after 3
course.
tequilas?
Of course.
Okay. And how much jalapeno?
No, just the juice.
Just the jar. Put the juice in.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you do it. You do it.
I've done it.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Thing
Now
is-
what we need to do, just a touch of olive oil.
Oh, perfect. I can do that.
In Mexico we use rapeseed oil,
Yeah, we
but
can
you
use
know,
anything.
olive oil gives it
We
gives it
love
that extra.
rapeseed oil,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then we'll do the salt. You do the salt for me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
There's olive oil.
Just a tiny bit. And leave it outside because this is what we're gonna be doing. That's it. That's it.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
And now you want me to put some salt
You do
in?
the salt.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah. That's it. The white pepper went in already.
Okay, perfect.
Then you carry on mixing it,
Perfect.
right?
Yep, perfect.
Carry on mixing
Oh,
it.
that looks amazing. Absolutely
Oh,
beautiful.
absolutely.
Oh my God. Tortilla chips are here.
We have tortilla chips. I recommend that you fry your own because in this country there's only very few places where you can
I
get
tell you what.
Rio Grande
Put
corn
the
tortilla
guacamole in
chips.
here.
Okay,
Put it in here, please.
okay. But I'm going to teach them how to seal it for the next. If you have guests and you have a big dinner party and everything,
Yeah.
and you want to do guacamole the day before,
Okay.
it won't go brown if you do the following.
Okay, so
Okay.
here we go. Guacamole chips. Go for it. This is what I like.
Right, what you do to preserve the guacamole.
I'll tell you what.
Go on.
Stop. Stop.
I
Hold
stop.
that.
I hold it.
Stop that. Hold that.
Messy.
Now I'm going to make it look beautiful because
Make it back.
we've finished now. So this
Yeah,
is
we're
the end.
finished.
So we need to now just take all this off.
Okay.
And I need you to recap on every single thing you've done. Wait. Wait.
I'm not going anywhere. I can't go. I have things in my hand.
No. I'm not going to give you that.
Has she been like that with everybody? If you want to preserve the guacamole, you did it the day before.
You put all on the top.
I promise you, you just bang it flat over the tea towel to get all the air out of the mixture, right? Drizzle with olive oil, cover it completely, put cling film, it touches the surface, in the fridge. In 2 days, it was still the same color. Okay?
Perfect.
That's it. Ta-da.
Perfect. Now I'm going to taste it.
Taste it. And tell me if it needs more salt. What does it need to you?
I tell you what, it looks amazing.
We used to cook these for Kensington Palace for a very famous princess when we was doing it
Oh
in
my
Harrods.
God.
And
Oh
yeah,
Needs
yeah.
more salt.
You need more
Salt.
salt? Well, you're so
No, I'll
lazy.
do salt, baby.
Go on.
Okay, now mix up.
Mix it with your. Oh God! I just washed my
I
hands.
know, but you can do it. It's your baby.
Remember, the stone stays in the avocado and the guacamole. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it now?
Hang on.
Tell me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's to die for.
Is it?
Yeah, go on.
And you know, it's so easy to do, and the secret is in the hand.
It is really different to
Is
what
it?
we do. Yeah,
Of
well,
course.
normally we cut it up, we do
Yeah.
all this, but actually doing it that way is so delicious.
Good.
No, it's completely different. No, take it, darling. Take your mouthful. Right, what I'm going to say to you is, first of all, we have had the most informative tuition on Mexican food. And I absolutely mean that from the bottom of my heart. I had this in Mexico.
Yeah.
Exactly the same with, I had no idea how they made it.
Yeah.
So much so I even asked the chef. He couldn't tell me. I mean, he wasn't going to tell me. I knew that. But it is so delicious and so fabulous. You've given me a huge insight into Mexican cooking, and I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you, Ferdinand.
No. It's me who
seriously, thank you. Because I know the people who've been here today, they have actually loved it too. I know they have. They will go away from this, even if they didn't do it and they've written it down, they've done it, and they'll have the recipes. But you've really given me something really interesting, which I've learned. And you know, you never stop learning in cooking.
No, absolutely
and this
not.
mouli sauce is to die for.
It is very,
I mean, this
very...
guacamole is totally different from what I do. Don't get me wrong, but it's more subtle. There's nothing interrupting it. Does that make sense?
And everything comes to you, doesn't it?
It just comes to me. It's totally different. So there's no lemon in there. There's nothing in there. It's just pure. And that's what I love about it. It's pure. So thank you. Don't forget, Judy Ju is coming to my next. She's Korean. She's got restaurants and she's the most fabulous chef, as you know. She'll be coming to our next masterclass.
I don't need to say how much I enjoy working with Rosemary, because I now have a new nickname. My name is Messi the Chef. Or Chef de Messi.
You are. You're worse than me, and that's something.
And through Rosemary, any questions that you have on what we prepare, I'll be more than happy to guide you through. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to come back.
You will do.
Because this is only, we're just touching the top of Mexican cuisine.
I know.
And there's so many things to learn, so many things like to make huevos rancheros, to make huevos moluteños, guachinango a la veracruzana.
They don't understand a word you're saying, but don't worry.
Oh, I think you do. I'm so impressed about your knowledge.
What you're saying. Don't be so silly. I mean, does anybody speak Mexican there or Spanish? Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. Okay, bye everybody.
Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes.
Muchas gracias. Bye.
Buen fin de semana.
What's that?
Happy weekend.
How do you what?
When?
Fin
de semana.
Buen fin
Blah.
whatever. Okay.
Enjoy what you're doing.
Happy birthday.
Bye, guys.
Bye. But
Thank you
also
for
bye
everything.
to everyone.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye.